हाय। आप में से कितने लोग इस वीकेंड पर ओपनहाइमर देख रहे हैं या देख चुके हैं? हाउ वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस? आई हैव मेड अ लिटिल शॉर्ट that talks about how Oppenheimer believed in Hindu philosophy and he followed Bhagavad Gita. And on July 16, 1945, he remembered a few lines that go like, now I become the death, the destroyer of worlds. So people are trying to understand the contextual meaning of the exact quote, chapter 11, verse 32. Did you watch that video, that shot? What does it say? That part says, Kalasmi, I am time, I'm the destroyer. So, can we give that power to a human? Can it be misunderstood, misinterpreted sometimes? People try to make meaning of their actions. So, today I'll discuss a similar passage from 2015 in this previous year paper series. I hope you'd be able to appreciate the work here and enjoy it at the same time. It's not easy. Still, here on the left, you can see it's there. And on the right, you have the answer key, which I'm going to hide for now. So you have to always refer to official answer key and official website for question papers when you're confused during your preparation time. All right, here in the middle, I have also shown you percentage of GDP as per one report. How much countries spend on their military? World total, 2.2% of GDP is average military expenditure database. United States has 3.5% of its GDP spent on military expenses. China 1.6, Russia 4.1, India 2.4, Saudi Arabia 7.4, UK 2.2. Which other country do you think spends a large share of its GDP? Israel 4.5. What do you think? Is that important? Read this passage on your own and give me an answer. Many people feel in India, Many people in India feel that if we cut our expenditure, our defense expenditure on weapon buildings, we can create a climate of peace with our neighbors. Read the last line very carefully. People who proclaim such ideas are either the victims of war or the propagators of false argument. Do you see the tone of the author here already? If you notice the tone of the author here, you'll be able to find and answer what's being asked here. The most valid assumption when this is asked, this means all these options can be equally good as assumptions, but we have to pick one which matches the theme, the focus of the passage very closely, logically. All right, at the count of 5, I'll come back to this discussion. Right. I'm hoping you paused the video, yeah, or you went to the description box, read the passage on your own. Now we are back. What did you choose as its answer? Look at this. Many people feel in India that if we cut our defense expenditure on weapon building, we can create. The first part starts with what others think. Many people feel if we cut, we can create a climate of peace with our neighbors. That's the logic in the mind of, in many people's opinion. It is creating a climate of peace with our neighbors by cutting our defense, subsequently reducing the conflict or creating no war situation. People who proclaim author's opinion is something else. If people feel we cut our defense and he says these people proclaim who proclaim such ideas are either victims or propagators of false argument, that means author is against this idea of cutting expenditure. If he is not in the favor of this motion of cutting defense expenditure, what option do you think should be chosen? Option A gets eliminated. Building a weapon system by us has instigated our neighbors to wage wars against us because we are focusing on what can create a climate of peace, reducing the conflict or creating no war situation. So also it is present perfect tense. If you attend my classes, I talk about how to look at grammar when reading passages. For now, forget about option A. What about many people in India believe that we are wasting our resources on weapon building? It is the exact same line as the first line. Some of you may choose this as your answer, which is fine if you go by the logic of locating answers in the first and the last line. But those of you who will pay careful attention to it will also know that the last line here actually carries a very strong tone. So probably we're going to ignore D as the answer. We're going to pick something from B and C. The greater spending on weapon building by us would lessen the possibility of armed conflict with our neighbors. It is necessary to have state-of-the-art weapon system for national security. State-of-the-art weapon system. This could be built upon a little bit more in this passage for it to become our answer as per one perspective. The answer is option B. Now, let me show you by moving my picture here. Question number 3 in the exact UPSC paper. Question number 3 it is. Do you see that? Question number 3. And here the answer of question number 3 is option B. The greater spending on weapon building by us would lessen the possibility of armed conflict with our neighbors. Now, I keep the discussion brief and short, and I want you to answer on your own. Further study this on your own. And if you feel like sharing your opinion, your thoughts, your perspective, the comment box welcomes here. If you are enjoying this previous year paper series of short videos, please show your appreciation by liking the video and sharing it with whoever you want to um, prepare together with. All right, all the best. Have a great day. And if you're watching that movie, hope you enjoyed the show.